Yeah.
Thank you, Seema ji. Before going to clarify the doubts of our participants or answer the questions, I would like to request Professor Dasura ji, who is very much with us, and he is a dynamic leader, and he has done a lot in this area also. So we would like to listen from Professor Dasura ji, and then we'll start our question answer session. So Professor Dasura, please, you share your experience related to our environmental sustainability, because we are moving with critical issues and we are actually in the cross years. So you are our Digdarshak. So please carry on the discussion, then we'll clarify the doubts.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Actually, first of all, I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to Professor U.S. Sharma for his elaborating discourse on the topic. He has very rightly covered, and especially the agricultural aspect of the environment, natural aspect of the environment. But to me, as just Kishori ma'am has mentioned, that environment as a term which covers a big gamut. Here, perhaps we need to address social environment, political environment, spiritual environment, and the environment which is directly affecting our lives is the most and foremost important is the economic environment. After Corona, perhaps world is facing recession. We need to address first in order to make life sustainable. If economic environment is not improved or is not taken care of, then perhaps all our concern will become secondary. So for that, again I would quote Mahatma Gandhi that use only as much as you need and try to minimize your needs. If we just think in this direction, then perhaps Mahatma Gandhi and all great saints of India who has pleaded for tyag, that is sacrifice, they are to be worshipped and they are to be considered as the best leaders in the world. Further, the political environment. The political environment across the countries and within the country needs our direct attention. Right now, I think that there are six places in this world where any time we are likely to initiate world war. There are six such places, and India, China, Pakistan borders are one of those. Should not we, as a human being, as a world citizen, take concern of all these? Further, the political environment. I would say because it's an international conference, earlier the world was moving towards bipolar world. Then perhaps India initiated the neutral path, non-aligned movement, and today the world is becoming multipolar world. Why not we make and we try to make it a unipolar world, a world in the interest of humanity, a world in the interest of nature, a world in the interest of coming generations, and we need a strong leadership for that. Leadership is not just a term, leadership is a very big concept, and for that, we need to be role model. We cannot think that leader will come from somebody else's family and you will be followers. Rather, we should try to become leader and we should make all efforts to make others leader. Leader will come out of natural process when we all, that is 7 billion of the population of the world, will realize the need of a real leader for good earth, for good humanity, for good future. I think that we should leave time for the question answers also, but these are some issues which I think that should be taken in consideration when we think of the leadership for world peace. And without, or even if we ignore any of these dimensions, perhaps we will not be ensuring a good leadership and a good future for the earth and for the human being. Thank you all. Thank you very much.